Hi, this is Allie from Allie Cat's Crafts. I'm here to bring you another video on the Farmhouse Florals August 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Every month I get these and I do some alterations. I change up the card. So what I mean by that is you use at least one piece from here, either the stamps or something, and then you change it up. With this month's kit, there wasn't a lot of extra stuff. Like, for instance, I still have a little bit left. Like this one, you only get a plain back. Sometimes you get decorations on both. And same thing there. And then you get two plain ones. So we didn't have a lot extra. And we got extra things. And I think I've used up almost everything. I don't want to go look around for it. But this is the empty pieces. So there was like a little piece here, a little there, a bunch of flowers. You know, this was the purse and this was the typewriter, as you can see right there. So it was this one. So, and then there was the envelopes, which you had, that was one thing you could work with. But the envelope has like speckles on it. So I was able to use that for quite a bit of my cards, which is nice. And you have 9. So that's how I've been able to extend the kit by using a lot of the envelope and the card bases. I only have a couple left. So yesterday I made a junk journal and used quite a bit out of it, and that's why I'm kind of down a little bit low. But I still have enough. I'll probably get at least 25 cards or 25 things out of this, probably hoping for 30, because that's my goal, is to get 30 a month. So the card that we're doing tonight, I'm going to make 2 of them. And last month, I made my own stencils. So I did it again this month. I've been doing that. And I make my own paper. So I decided I was going to stencil this purse and the handle. So I already have one done, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So I found some paper out of my stash. It was a bumblebee paper or something, and I think that would be a really cute purse. So what I do is I have my pecan pie ink, and I have my marker, pecan pie, and I have my brush. So the first thing I like to do, if I'm going to make my things out of these, make my own stencil, is, and I showed you this before, I pick a section of the of this, and what I did was I took and cut this out, and I left that there, so then I took and put washi tape all around all the edges. So now I have an area so it won't go off onto my other paper, and then I take and I'll washi tape this down, get as close as I can because I don't want to waste my paper. And I'll washi tape it down like that to hold it in its place. Then I will take my blending brush and put it in the ink, rub some on, come off and then on. And what I'm doing is I'm giving it a little extra color. So those, the cross, like the squares, have the brown color, like a purse. Well, you know, you could do purses any color actually, but I like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do really heavy on the handle. I want that to really stand out. So I'm going to just put a lot of ink there. I'm not even going to go off. I'm just going to put it on there. Flood it with lots of ink. Okay, so that handle is really dark. So I'm just going to keep doing it until I get a bunch of ink on there. Okay, so I think I have enough. Now the other part is I didn't stuck it to the table, is I want to go around the edges of this to give it some dimension so it stands out. And I just go around all the edges like this. Okay? Just like this. Just bring out that color because you're giving it shading. That's the word I'm looking for. You want to shade it so it doesn't look so flat. Okay? You're just going to keep doing that. Go all the way around. Leave the middle alone because I want to leave that kind of like that. So you're going to do it like that. So I'm going to close my ink so I don't get my hand in it. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove my stencil. And look what I have. I have a cute little purse. So now I'm going to get my pecan pie marker. And this is where quite a bit of the looks comes out. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to go around the edges. Try and do one thing around it because you don't want to lift it up unless you have to. I usually lift around the edges. And if it's not perfect, it's okay because guess what? You're going to cut it off. you're going to cut it, you're going to fussy cut it out. So I just go nice and slow. I'm using the brush, I'm going on the side because I don't want to ruin my tip. But I don't want to, I want to have extra around it, if that makes sense. Because when I cut, I'm going to give myself a little bit of an edge. I'm going to go around here, do the same thing. And you can go really wide because I'm going to cut off most of it. You want to give yourself some room to work with. That's the whole idea. You just keep going around it. Okay. So it's night. I was not expecting rain, and we have rain here in Texas, which is great. So when you think of Texas, do you think of dry, dead grass? Well, you know, I live in the northern part of Texas, and now I'm going to cut it out. And it's all green up here because we're almost in Oklahoma. We're like right on the border, pretty much. We're like 30 minutes away from Oklahoma. You know, so we get a lot of rain. And we get a lot of tornado watches. And we get a lot of different, you know, severe weather. You know, we've had flooding to where I couldn't even get home because I was out. And I had to go park my car at the library. No, not library. The post office overnight because that was the highest ground in downtown Nagona. So that, because I couldn't get home. All the bridges and all the roads are flooded the way that I need to go from my house. So I'm going to cut this out, make it nice and smooth around the edges. So there's my little purse. See how that looks really cute. Now I'll cut the handle out. Get it out of here. Okay. Set that aside. And I had different choices of paper. And the first one I did it out of this one. And I looked at this and I thought about it. I thought, no, it's kind of big because it's a purse and it's a small purse. So that's why I decided on this one. So you're going to do the same thing. So see how this one's, all the lines kind of messed up around the edge. It's okay. Watch. You're going to cut all that off. That's why I did the extra big. So I could just have room to cut it, not have to worry about it. I'm going to keep going around. I just love doing my stencils. It's quite fun. So it is raining right now. And it's been raining, you know, since like 4 o'clock today. Here right now, I'm doing this at 10:30 at night. Because that's my best time to do stuff, is usually at night. And it's kind of neat. I have a tin roof on my she shed. And when it starts to really rain, you could hear it. But, I mean, earlier it was very loud, so I put off doing my videoing until later tonight when I knew that it was going to be really calm. But it's so nice. I like it when it rains because, well, I don't like it when it does the thunder. Because I'm telling you, coming from California, storms are different here. They're way different. The thunder hits so hard, our house shakes. And I jump every time because I'm not used to it. So, yeah, you have to kind of be careful of that. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to bring out my pieces. Today, we're going to make a twist card. And I kind of started it, but I wanted to finish it up with you so that you all know exactly what to do. Let me get my paper trimmer. I forgot to grab that. I will show you how to make it. So, here's all the pieces we're going to need. So we need a piece. I have Secret C paper, and hold on. It's 11 inches long by 4 1/4, okay? You will first score it, this out of the way, at 4 1/4. So you're going to pick up the paper thing. You're going to line it up to 4 1/4, and you will score it, okay? I've already scored there. Then you're going to line it up 5 1/2, and you'll score that again. So the next thing that you do, and I'll show you my drawing so you know, you want to, that second score line at 5 1/2, you want to score from there all the way up to that point. So you're going to take your paper, but you're going to use the small side, okay? So notice that, so when you look at this picture, okay, so this is a longer one, but don't worry about it. This is the 4 1/4. Oh no, this is the 4 1/4. This is the 5 1/2, okay? So now I turned it over so it looks like this, okay? So you're gonna go from the 4 1/4, and I'll show you. See how that's 4 1/4 right there? From the 4 1/4 inch mark all the way to there. Okay? So you're gonna line up in the little canal here. Line that up. You're gonna look at it, you're gonna get your score blade, the lighter one, not the darker one, because you'll cut it. I've done that before. And I'm going, oh wow, I can't believe I just did that. So now I'm looking at it. I forgot to turn my light on. That might have something better to do. Oh, well, it doesn't want to go on. I guess the battery's dead. Okay, so I got it lined up. Now I'm going to score it. Just like that. Okay, so we're done with the cutter. So you're going to take your card and you're going to fold that up just like that. So that's what it's going to look. It's going to be, it's called a twist card. So it goes up and then all of a sudden it twists like that, okay? So the next thing you want to do is you want to get your glue out. And you're going to glue this piece down. So put some glue right there. And any kind of glue works. I prefer liquid. Number one, it's cost efficient, and it really sticks everything. I don't like the runners because eventually they'll give away because it has humidity here. And even when I was in California, I noticed that it had humidity and it would give away. So the next piece I have is I have pieces from the envelope. And these are the ones I'm going to use. So I want to put it on here, but it's important when you glue it. In order to make this card flip up, which I'm going to show you again, you only want to put the glue on this section, okay? So I'm going to take and put the glue only on that section. And we're going to do this 2 times so that you guys can see the process. And it'll be 2 cards that are similar but different. Okay? So my glue is kind of getting, because of cold weather. See how it doesn't want to come out as good? It's a little bit cooler here. It's like, I think right now it's like 75. But it was 91 earlier before it rained. You know, Texas has 4 seasons in one day. Never knew that until I moved here. I mean, literally one day, like this morning, it was like in the 70s, really nice. Then all of a sudden it got up to 91. And then an hour later, it was raining. And it's back in the 70s. Explain that one. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. So I'll put it up a little closer so it's going to flip up just like that. Okay? And it'll be a table one. So the next thing you want to do is you want to stamp the inside of your card. Actually, I will be stamping. Sorry about that. So I need to get my stamp out. This is the one that I want. This one right here. And I will get my Secret C ink. And I want to take, okay, so when your card goes up, I'm just going to kind of show you. This will be in here like this. So what I want to do is I have my sentiment, which will be this. It's going to kind of sit right there. So I want to take and put this all along that edge so that it looks really nice. Okay. I have all my little instructions here. Let me get a scratch piece of paper, which I have right here. Okay. Put that down. But I need my Stampin' Purist mat, which is right here too. Everything has its little place on my messy desk sometimes. I organized it a little bit, but then I started creating again, and you know how that is, right? It's messed up again. So now I have my Secret C ink right here. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to, oh, it doesn't want to stick there. Tap, tap, tap. And I want to take and put a little border like that. Tap, tap, tap. And put it right there. I want to go around this little edge. Do the same thing. Put it right there. Right there. I'm going to go over here. I want to do the same thing. Oops, I got a little bit of ink. Let me get my baby wipes on the edge. Let's move that ink off of there. Because we don't want that there because then it messes up your card. So what I did was I rocked it. I shouldn't have done that. That was the problem. Okay, and then that one goes there. I'll put that one right there. And the last one should fit right across here. Perfect. Okay. So there we have that done. And I'll close up my inks. Just kind of wipe that off a little bit because I'll probably come back to it. The next thing I want to do is I want to glue it on the inside here. Okay. Shh. Alexa. My Alexa likes to come on when I talk sometimes. I don't understand. I didn't talk to her. But she thinks that she knows everything. Alexa, turn off. Just odd. I don't know. Do you guys have that problem with your Alexa sometimes? Okay, so this is going to go in here. See how cute that looks? It's going to go up and have a nice little decoration. Okay. Gives a little more character. So now, the next thing I want to do... Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry. This is 4 by 4 right there. And so is this. Okay. And this is the part of the card base. You know, that big long piece? Let's see. If I have one. Well, you can see there's half of one. I use the other half of another one. I have another one somewhere in that kit. So the next thing you want to do is I want to put this right here. And that's a part of the card base too. And it's the size that I have for that is 1 inch by 4 1/8. And you know what? This is 4 1/8. I didn't do 4 inches because I wanted a smaller border. See how that is right there? I don't want it real big. So I want to, wait, first I want to grab this too. This goes down by another 1/8 of an inch too. So I want to glue this on here first. And that's the envelope. Oops, dropped it. So I'm going to glue that one first. Okay. Get it all even, nice and even. Put it down. Okay. Then I'm going to glue that down to this little side. This is a card that I have not made yet, and I was going through my stuff that I have a big container of card ideas. I watch different tutorials and go, oh, I like that one. I'm going to try that one. And I never tried this one because I don't know, I just didn't. So there's the outside, okay? So the next thing I want to do is I want to put my little purse there because see, when it goes, it's going to look like that, okay? So now I got to decide. See, I did 2 different ones and I do like that one better. So I think I'm going to do that one, the one I did with you, okay? So I'm going to get my dimensionals out, which are right here. And I want to pop this up a little bit. Like so. Okay. Pull off the backings. Go in my trash. I'm going to place it right here. Okay. And then I want to, see, I have this happy birthday that I did. I want to put that right there. Actually, no, you know what? I stuck it in the wrong spot. I want to put it at the bottom. Ugh. Just move my dimensionals up a little bit. And if you make a mistake like that and you want to move it, just put more glue on there if it doesn't stick. See, mine are sticking okay, so I'm okay with it. So I want to keep these down low because I have my flowers I need to tuck in there. I think I'll put a little extra glue just to be safe. But I need to look and see where that goes. It's going to go right there. Okay. Okay, that's better. So I also need to get my Secret C out, which I forgot to do. Grab my happy birthday thing, and then grab my black brush and do a little bit of inking. Just a tiny bit around it so it stands out a little bit. Not very much. Okay. Just throw in some color. So when it sits against this, see how it stands out a little bit more? I want to go around this little edge more too. Just like this. So I give a little bit of color so it's not quite as stark. Okay, that's perfect. Those are my ink. Set my brush aside. Okay, so I think I'll glue that into place. That way I have it there. Put it right there. So when the cards popped up, look, happy birthday. Okay. So now I want to place my flowers on here. So I stamped and cut out these flowers. I gotta go down really low because actually I will cut off the bottom so it fits in there. So kind of like this. I don't want them to stick out because I'll mess up with the it won't go in the envelope. So that's why I'm doing it like this. So this one could kind of hang out a little bit like that. That one there. But I also have my greenery. And I got all this from the Painted Lavenders. So I stamped this. And then I colored with my Heather, I think it was, marker. And then I die cut these out of here, okay? So, and this could go over there all you want because it's just it doesn't go off. As long as it doesn't go off the card, you're good. So I want to grab that. So I'm gonna kind of place them where I want them. I'm all for kind of ripping it apart. So we'll throw a little bit over there. And this one is short on purpose. So I'm going to have it hang out the side. Like right there. Grab another greenery. I want one behind here. Okay. And then I think let's stick another flower. But first put the greenery up. Okay. We're filling up our purse. That's what we're doing. We'll put this right in back here. Okay. So it looks like a basket of flowers. Okay, now we know what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out. And I think I'll glue some of the greenery down first. Put that one right there. And be sure you don't put glue over there because you'll get it in the way. You don't want that. So now this one is going to go towards the top. And if you don't press it down, you can still move it around. That's what's nice about this. So I'm going to stick that in this little spot because I know there's no dimensionals in here. I can go way down like so. Okay. I'll put one over here on the side. Like so. And I'll start with my flowers. Now I'll put this flower in because we know this one goes all the way on this side right here. Okay, there. Oh, that looks really good. I like it. And I know that I want to take this big tall one, stick it all the way down so it goes right there. Make sure there's no glue on that edge. Then I'm going to grab my greenery. I think I need to put it right on the top of this. So put a little bit on top of here, a little glue. And this will make it so that it gives more depth. That one goes down here. Stick it down so it's not quite sticking out. There we go. I think I need another greenery. Don't need a whole lot. I'm going to take it and put some glue at this side. Stick it right in behind here. There. So see how that looks? It'll pop up just like that. Cute. I like it. So now I have my little butterfly from the Painted Lavenders. It's this one. And I'm going to grab my Highland Heather ink. And I'm going to stamp some butterflies. And I think I should have thought of this. I just thought of it. I think I'll put a couple maybe I'll do like a little butterfly thing right across here. I just need to be very careful. So it looks like a little pattern going across the purse. I just thought of that. I thought that'd be kind of cute. See? Just a little extra. So I'll stamp a couple little butterflies, one there, maybe one right here. We'll do 3. And how about right there? Okay. So we're done with the Highland Heather for now. I'm not going to wash that because I know I'm going to probably use it for the inside. So now we have this. This needs to be, because this piece of the envelope, I need to back it with something thicker. And this is going to be the thing that holds up the card. It's the important part. So it says, time to celebrate. So let's grab our Secret C and then take and put around the edges of it, just so that you can see it really good. Okay? And let's get our butterfly back out. And we'll put a little butterfly right here. There. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, that's what I want, just one. You know what? Maybe I will put it on the other side. Okay, so the sentiment came from more messages. And my friend Lori gave it to me. I put her name on the back so I would not forget. So thank you very much, Lori. I used time to celebrate and happy birthday. And I love this because you stamp it out and then you die cut. And so I have a whole bunch in here that I've already pre-done. So I just go through and see what I need. And I love that. So thank you so much, Lori. So now I will glue this down in the middle. And this is going to be the thing that holds up the card. Get all nice and even. There. Let me close my ink so I don't put something in it. That's how I roll sometimes. Okay, so now, the next thing you need to do is you want to set up your mechanism. So I have it right, I think right there. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I like to do the edges when it comes to this because you want a long piece. Okay, so I grab my little edges and I will put one right across there. Ooh, that's a little bit too far. So I'll bring it down a little bit. There. Then I can grab a couple of these and stick one here. You want to make sure it's nice and high. Well, not really high, but you know what I mean. High enough. Okay? So time to celebrate. Oh, I did the wrong side. That's okay. It'll be standing up in with this anyways. I should have looked at it before I did that. Put this in my trash. Okay. Clean up a little bit. Clear the deck, so to speak. Okay. And there's that one. So I'm going to pick up my card, put it where I want it, which will be right about there. And see, you have a stand-up card. See, closes up. It says happy birthday, and then you get time to celebrate, and you can put it on your table or whatever. Very simple, easy card. And we can, if we want, I could do one butterfly right back there where it's seen. So it'll tie it all in. So I'll grab my little butterfly and put it right there. Very cute. Maybe I'll put one down here. Okay, I like it. Let's close up the ink. And I'll wash it off. And that's all done. So there's one card. And next I'll do the embellishments in just a minute. But I want to show you the other card. We're going to do the same fun fold, but we're going to use other items for it. Okay, so we're going to set aside all of this. Put it in my little extra leftovers. You need to use your leftovers. Well, I do. Oh, wait, I forgot my handle. Darn. Let's glue that handle down. I was getting to clean it up a little bit so I could do the next card and realize I didn't get the handle. Let's put our handle on here. There we go. There. Now it's complete, except for the embellishment. So there's that one. The next card we're going to bring in, and it's the same fun fold, and I've already showed you how to do it, but I will go over the measurements so that you could know how to do it, okay? When I do a fun fold, I try and do two so that you could really understand how to do it. So this one, remember you do the 11 by 4 1/4, okay? You will score it at 5 1/2 and then 4 1/4. You will then put this in your cutter and you'll line it up from the 4 1/4 to that corner and you will score it, okay? So that's the basic card. The next step you will do is you'll glue this piece down. Okay. And hold it down. And then now the pieces I have are a little bit different for this one. I did a white card base and I did the secrecy layer. So what you want to do is you want to glue this piece down first. No, actually, no, I do not. Because this one has different things. I brought in some stickers that I had. And what I want to do is I want to do the happy birthday down here, same thing, but I want to do the little stickers on here. I'm going to have to cut off some of it because it is Farmhouse Florals. That's why I'm using flowers. So I'm going to arrange my flowers where this just has flowers. It's flooded with flowers. Just kind of cool, you know? Just put the flowers on there. And that's the design I was thinking. I had in my mind. So I need to first, I think I want to put the flowers down first. So it's a clear flower. So the backing is clear. So it'll just look really pretty. So you just kind of peel it off. See how it's clear? And you want to lay the flower down like that. So it's going to go over a little bit, which is okay. And that's why I did it before I put it on the other thing, on the back piece. So I'm going to grab that one, put it right there. It's hard I can only lay it down and see what I want to do. I was not able to actually do it without doing the card. And I didn't want to do the card. I want you to see the process of how to do this so that you could make it. So this one's going to kind of come down from the edge. Okay, so we have all our flowers. So now I'll cut off the extra pieces. And this is an envelope piece, by the way. And it's cut at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay. So that's that. And I'm going to take the greenery and watch. And I'm going to put it right here. Add that greenery in. Don't throw it away. Okay, and I had another piece of greenery, which I thought, I don't know where it went. Oh, it's stuck to here. It wasn't big enough. Never mind. Oh, it's on my scissors. There it is. Ha! It's hiding from me. So I'm going to grab this little piece of greenery and I'll stick it right here. Like so. Because you know when we make our own paper, how we always have our things coming off of the paper. And even when you buy the paper, there's always something coming off. Okay. Get this in the trash. See, I have a big old trash can next to my thing. See, it's full of trash. It's humongous, so. I don't like to leave messes in my she shed because then I have to sweep it. I don't like sweeping. I don't know, is that crazy or what? So I'm going to grab my Secret C again, and I'm going to go around the little edges. I got a piece of tape on me there. Go around the little edges. And I need to get a little more because I'm out of ink. Put this flower aside. I might use that. I haven't decided. So I'm going to go around the edges because you want it to stand out. And I love these sentiments. Thank you so much, Lori. I mean, it's nice because I can just go, okay, instead of trying to figure out what to stamp, I go over there, what do I have that I've already die cut and already stamped and it's all prepared? Will it work for my card? And most of the time it does. So now I will glue this flat down on here, right at the bottom. Okay, and there we go. So now that we've done that, now, I didn't trim that right there. I need to trim it all. Now that I've done that, I'm going to glue it to this piece, okay? And that's my second layer. The other one only had one because I used the card base as Secret C. With this one, I used the white. And this envelope paper is very thin, so I wanted to make sure I had a really good thick one behind it. So there's a whole reasoning behind this too. So now that's on there. And that's the front. Isn't that pretty? I really like this. And you can see the little specklies on it. So the next step you want to do is you want to put your glue. Remember, right here, it's going to fold up like that. You want to put the glue right there, only on that spot. Put your glue on there. And you get this, make sure it's the right way. And you line it up on the edge. Did you notice that when I put the glue, I didn't put it right at the edge? Because I knew there was going to be a little white border right here. So I did it a little bit in for a reason, okay? Push that down. And look, that is so pretty. I love these flowers. Okay? The next thing, I did some embossing. So I embossed the Secret C, and that's what I'm going to put right there. And I used the embossing folder, which I'll show you. Let me get this glue down. I'll show you which one I used. It's one of my favorite embossing folders, and it is retired. It was a one that you get 3D flowers when you do the celebration. So 3D flowers. See, isn't that really pretty? I love this one. I don't know if you could, I think you can. They look like starfish. So you can use it for under the sea or flowers. So far we have this. Just like that, okay? So the next thing you want to do is you want to open up your card. And you have the inside here. And we are going to do kind of the same thing, but I want to do a little bit of a different thing. So I'm going to grab my Secret C, and I will need my Stampin' Pierce mat, which fell on the floor. Let me grab that really quick. And my scratch paper. And I'm not decorating anything off of this one because I want to be able to lay it flat to do the stamping. So with this one, I want to do, here it is, because I don't have a removable paper, so I have to be very careful how I do this one. 1, 2, 3. I want to start right here. 1, 2, 3. Stamp it right there. And I'm going to go in. No, actually, I want to do it like this. Go in a little bit. And then I'm going to grab part of this paper, put one under. I'm going to cover up this side because I do not want to get ink on that side. Okay? And I'll got ink on my finger. I'll tap, 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 and I'll line this up and go across there. Okay? So, oh, didn't quite get it. That's okay, because you know what's going to be hidden. So the next one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it back here. And then I will grab my paper, cover up that edge. It's because it has extra layers, and I didn't think about that part. And I'm going to stamp it again, which is okay. They'll all line up pretty much the same, so I'm not worried about that. So then I'm going to bring this one over and do that one. And go to the last one and do the same thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Go away. Go a little bit away. And then put that in. Okay, so that's the background. See, when it goes up, you'll see all that prettiness there. Very fun and simple. Clean this off. I'll use my other thing in a little bit. Okay, so the next step, what I want to do is I have little tiny, let me find it. I had it over here. These little flowers. I need to get my ink. I thought I set it up, but evidently I didn't. So I want to get Calypso Curl, and I want to do this. So I didn't even check it out, but I thought about it. So 1, 2, yeah, I think that one worked. Okay, so I'm going to do second step. 1, and then 1 there. 1, and then 1 there. 1, and then there. I want to fill in the white space, if that makes sense. Hold on. So now I'm going to wipe it clean because I only want one of the flowers. So I'm going to pull off this big one, and I'm going to get the little one, and I'm going to stamp off and stamp on. Oops, I didn't quite get that. There. Stamp off and stamp on. Do that all the way around. Because I want, oops, I didn't get that one. Okay. Perfect. So now, wipe it off. I'm going to go on the inside and do the same type of thing. But I think I'm going to use the big flower this time. Just the big one. I'm going to grab that, stamp off, and stamp on. Stamp off, and all those little spots. That's the first thing. Just like that, okay? And I'm going to go in between and just throw a couple here and there. Oops. So it's going to kind of fill it up. There. Oops. See, right when I say there, I already know what the outcome is because I didn't get the little edge. I'll get that one right there. There. That's better. Okay. So look a little bit different. It's cute. I like it. And the second generation of that stamp, I love that idea. I'm going to put my other flower so I don't lose it. That came out of the paper pumpkin stamps. So let me close up everything. So now we have this. So the next step, we want to grab our little thing right here and get my orange brush, which is right here. My finger brush. Thank you, Lori. I love this brush. I just didn't have a black one, a Secret Sea black one set up for this yet, so that's why I just grabbed my other brushes. But I like this one. See how it does direct stuff? I just like how that looks. And then I'm going to go really light across it, so it brings in color. Just a very light one. Okay, and that is that. Close that up. Get my glue, which is over here. We're almost done. Glue that right in the middle. And I embossed this too to match the outside. See? To go with this outside. Grab my dimensionals. And this time I'm going to do it right. I have to put it at the top. There's really no right or wrong way. That's the thing. I'm going to put it right here at the top. And this is what's going to hold up that part of the card. That's what makes the popping thing. So it stands up, the standing up part. So grab 3 of those. And there we go. Set up my card and put this where I want it, which will be right about there. And we're done, aside from embellishments. So now, I'm trying to get this card done. Sorry about it, it's taking so long. Just that I wanted to show you this because this is a really cute card. I wanted you guys to see how to make this one. So sometimes I just like to start from scratch. And sometimes, like I did prepared some stuff. But we need to do that so that you had that. So I put 3 little dots down and grab my little jewels. Okay, one there. Put one right there. Okay. And then the last one right here. So that's for that card. Very cute. And then this one, I have purples. So we'll do this one. We're almost done. Okay, we'll grab one there, and then right there. I'm going to put 3 of these down. I figure there's so much going on in this one, they don't really need a lot of embellishments. I don't know. I might change my mind because you know me, I love to put my stuff down. I just might come back and add some more. Do not want to go down. If I use my little tool, it would be better. But that's okay. Okay. So there's card number 2. A little bit different. And I made my stencil and did that like I did with the strawberries. And I have 2 cards done. And I think they look fantastic. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I would like for you to subscribe if you haven't, and like and share. I appreciate that. And have a great evening. I love these pop and twist cards. They're just different. And I'm surprised I haven't done this before. I've seen this a while. And I just kind of came up with the idea. I thought, all the flowers, I could do that. Okay, have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.